So this article was submitted by Rodney J, a Patreon supporter. Rodney, thank you so much for supporting the show. Rodney is a millennial and a vet. Thank you for serving the country and, not buying a house because you're wasting it on avocado toast. Way to go, dude. So this article was submitted. It was in Politico.com. Blue states eye political gift and tax workaround fight with Trump. So basically, it's talking about in blue states, New York, California, New Jersey, a bunch of Democratic leaders are trying to use this Republican tax bill that as leverage to win some elections coming up in 2018. And there's some decent things here. But one of the things that Rodney talks about, I'll read this what he says. I think anyone with at least a bit of awareness knows these tax cuts are a sham, and I understand some of my Orange County friends. That Orange County is in Southern California, and it's a largely conservative. LA is obviously very liberal. Orange County is typically votes red. Are going to be hurt by these taxes. My response is to fuck off. This is what they voted for. Why should Democratic governors bail out Republican voters who got screwed by a Republican president or a Republican Congress? And what the article is trying, they're trying to get, and they're trying to get, white suburban voters. And one of the things that Rodney talks about, and I agree, is the Democrats tried to get the white suburban voters, and they crashed and burned. So where they should look at, and what he brings up is Alabama is a great example of what can happen when Democrats mobilize their base. Getting 98% of black women voters to fight through the voter suppression to come out and vote is a remarkable feat. And of course, Doug Jones' first moves are to compromise and seek favor with 70% of the white men who voted for a fucking pedophile. Yes, of course. You guys are all feisty. I dig it. So this is, Rodney says, if Democrats want white suburban voters, then they should present a positive, progressive vision of ending the wars, reinvesting in clean energy and infrastructure, Medicare for all, and free college. It's a platform that virtually everyone agrees with. So I agree with all that, and this article in Politico kind of talks about that, but also shows that the Democrats are, if they're smart, they will talk about everything that Rodney, that we talk about on this show, which is go progressive, go way left, and which way left in America is still kind of right in like countries in Western Europe and Australia and stuff. Just to kind of give you an idea, but it's more of this sort of Democrats are going to maybe. But I don't know that I see a lot of change. I see Democrats maybe winning, and sure, winning is good, but if we're winning with corporate Democrats, then we'll just keep going back and forth. We'll just keep kicking this ball back and forth. But I want to go into some of the points of the article because there are some, especially some Republican districts in like California that didn't vote for Trump's tax plan. And Trump's tax plan is going to put $1.5 trillion into the deficit. I don't know how any Republican can call themselves a Republican. I'm a fiscal conservative and then be okay with that tax plan. Just say, yeah, I don't give a shit about the deficit or the middle class or poor people. I just want a tax break for me because I'm a rich asshole. Just say that. At least I will have respect for you that you're just acknowledging that you're a rich asshole versus your sort of selective judgment. Here's what it says in the Politico article. For Democratic leaders in New York, California, and New Jersey, finding state-level workarounds to the new tax code could deliver a pocketbook issue for a key constituency. Voters in high-cost suburbs from Orange County, California to Westchester, New York, who are set to lose most from the SALT cap. This is the thing too, like from what I understand of the tax bill, yeah, like white suburban voters are going to get crushed by this. Like middle class, kind of upper middle class, the super wealthy won't get hurt. But also who's really going to get screwed, as is always the case, is the poor and the working class. That they will get screwed on this no matter what. But if Democrats use this effectively and then use it to get progressives into these seats, great. But if they use it, I don't know. I see opportunities, but if it's just win without changing, we don't want to change anything. We just want to win, then nothing will change. And it's like when I argue with these neoliberals on Twitter who are like, stop re-legislating the 16 election. It's over. We got to defeat Trump. Whoa. The reason we have Trump is because of the corrupt Democratic primary. So if we don't fix the Democratic primary and we don't do any real systematic change to the party and to this electoral system, then Trump will win in 2020. We'll get 4 more years of Trump and we'll get 4 to 8 years of Pence. Or we'll impeach Trump and then we'll get 4 to 8 years of Pence. I mean, who's evil? He's an evangelical. He's so conservative. He's just polite. He won't tweet anything offensive. He won't be trying to grab anybody's jive because he can't have dinner with a woman, and he'll be busy electrocuting gays or whatever he does in his spare time. So this just win. Just get the Republicans out and get the Democratic Party, as we talk about on the show, is not that great. They're pretty awful. So, but let me go more into this article. Take New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. He called the SALT cap tantamount to economic civil war as he lays the groundwork for a potential Democratic primary bid in 2020. Like his counterparts in California and New Jersey, he's considering mechanisms for taxpayers to fund state and local government with charitable contributions that are then credited against the tax liability. He's also looking at a proposal to shift tax burden from income taxes to payroll taxes. In a funny way, Cuomo's been handed a political gift here, argues Larry Levy, executive dean of National Center for Suburban Studies at Hofstra University on Long Island, adding that putting the state on war footing, invoking the language of conflict, is a brilliant political strategy. Yeah, will it get him elected? Maybe. Will he make any real change? No. If Cuomo changes state law on behalf of suburban swing voters who have been hurt hard fast by federal tax reform, then he is in a position to strengthen his appeal and run for any higher office. Potential workarounds in each state could face challenges from the IRS or congressional Republicans banking on a revenue the SALT cap was designed to raise. So this is interesting here. But let's go to California. California is already a huge donor state, meaning they send more money to Washington than we get in return, and we don't plan on bankrolling this $1 trillion giveaway as well, said Senate President Kevin DeLeon, who wants to create a California Excellence Fund available for state programs for which donations are offset by a dollar-for-dollar state tax credit. The donation and credit approach has the most traction, with proposals on the state table in New York and California. His measure is sure to attract attention as he moves forward with a primary challenge to U.S. Senator Dianne Feinstein. He, along with Allison Hartson, is running against Feinstein. It would require only a majority vote in each chamber of the California legislature, attainable without Republican support in the heavily Democratic state, but could jam state lawmakers as well as members of Congress. Just 2 of California's 14 House Republicans voted against the tax bill, Reps Darrell Issa and Dana Rohrabacher. The remaining dozen have come under attack from Democrats in a state where tax overhaul polled abysmally, and where several vulnerable Republicans face competitive re-election contests this year. Democrats are focusing their efforts in California on 7 Republican-held districts that Hillary Clinton carried in 2016, including in suburbs of Orange County and the Los Angeles area that Levy was talking about. Run. Run as a progressive. Go against these people. I'm in Ted Lieu's district, and I'm in Dianne Feinstein and Kamala Harris' district. So that's who I got. Embattled California Republican Representative Ed Royce announced Monday that he will not seek re-election. Royce, chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, has come under criticism for voting for this tax thing. So, this is an interesting issue here, and how it is handled and addressed. It is a gift. It is a political gift. Like, oh, Trump just screwed over working class people. This is an opportunity for real progressives to get in there and say, I'm actually going to help you out. Or do what Sam Ronan's doing, running as a Republican, as a progressive Republican in a red district. Now, a red district in California might have a better shot at getting swung blue, but what kind of blue? Corporate blue? War blue? No universal health care blue? Or progressive blue? Or maybe it needs to be a Green Party candidate. So this is the thing. If the Democrats unseat people, or a corporate Democrat emerges from a primary, then man, somebody out there run as a Green or an independent and snatch up all these red voters and say, you don't want this crazy party. They don't care for you, which they don't. And I'm a Green, and see what happens. That would be awesome to see. So, I really, Rodney J, thank you so much. You've supported this show for a while now, and I appreciate these type of articles. These are the things you get to submit at the $5 level. There's also another $5 level where you get bonus audio, you get early access to the podcast, and at the $10 level you get bonus video. There's a lot of great stuff at the patreon.com/Graham Elwood. Also, I'm shooting the FNX Comedy Experience every Sunday out in San Bernardino. January 21st, January 28th are the next ones coming up. So go to my website below, grahamelwood.com, and support the show and everything else I'm doing. And we're all making Gotham great.